What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Mostly gentlemen, probably all gentlemen. But today I want to talk about the concept behind being authentic, like the truest, most authentic version of yourself, and kind of like I'll go into it more. But recently I've met and made a really good friend, only knowing him for a short period of time. The true him, only about like 2 weeks. And the reason why we connected so well is because we were able to have deep conversations with each other while also being able to joke. And I think one of the most important things about finding people that are similar to you, and I assume the people that are watching this video are people that almost want more for themselves than what other people do. Meaning, the reason why I have social media is to kind of help and find other people that are related to me and have the same ideologies and philosophies and whatever as me. And so I feel like the people that are watching this want more in life than, say their parents or the average Joe. And I think one of the most important things about kind of finding people that are similar to that is being the most true, authentic version of yourself. Maybe not right away, but slowly start to go into it. The reason why I say that is because I've known this guy for a while. We joke around and whatever, and I started trying to connect with him more, meaning he started throw some questions out there and see if, he'd dip his toes in the water and then come back out, or really just fully on, like jump in, cannonball in, and start getting into it. All that being said, over the conversations we've had, they've slowly gotten deeper and deeper and even longer. Like, it started at 20 minutes and then 30 minutes, and then recently we had like a 2 hour deep conversation. And I love getting into deep conversations, meaningful, like productive conversations with people like this. And one of the things that I've kind of learned over time is that if you're going through some shit in your life and you can't really find a direction and all you can focus on is the thing that happened, is that in order to get out of that mud, in order to get out of that shit, you have to vigorously pursue something that you're good at. And unless you do that, you will never change your life. Meaning, I assume because of that thing that happened that was so terrible, every day you wake up and you think about it. And all you want to do is either get it back or go back to the way things were or fix your mistake. But the reality is that's not how it works. You have to move on. And in order for you to move on, you have to keep yourself distracted and build up so much work and build so much credibility that the things that happened in the past you don't even think about anymore because you're so focused and driven on this new thing that you're good at. And so I'm kind of being vague here, but because I don't want to really give away who it is, not that it matters too much, not that we care, but I'm going to give a kind of scenario here. If you're going through a heartbreak, say you've known is this one girl or guy, and some shit happens and you guys end up breaking up. All you are going to think about throughout that entire time is that person, because that's all you've known. And what I like to say, and I say it a lot, is you only know what you know, meaning you only know what you know. I mean, I can't really describe it any further than that. In business, what I say is, if people have never had a website before and they go, oh, I don't need one, I go, okay, well, you only know what you know. You've never known that a website doesn't or does help you. And the reason why I frame my offer the way it is and do it for free is because if it does end up helping you, you can pay for it eventually. But if it doesn't, then you don't have to have it. And so what I mean by that is all you've known is having that girl or guy in your life, and you don't know what life without it. So now that they're gone, you don't know what direction you should go in. And all you can think about is that person. And so what you have to do is, whatever you're pursuing as a career, you have to go all in on that. And what I mean by all in is eliminate every distraction and only think about that. Like, yes, it's going to take time? Yes, it's not going to happen right away. But in order to get your mind off that one thing, you have to pursue this thing that you're good at, practice your skills, continuously get better every day. Because if you don't, your life's not going to change and you're just going to be depressed. And the thing is, you have to believe you can get out of this or you never will. And so I want to say that because I think it's important. I think a lot of people have dealt with it before. And another point, that I want to say is that if somebody is describing you like the shitty situation they're in and whatever, and you're kind of giving them feedback, do not make it about yourself, because so many people will just say, yeah, I get it. It's like, no, you don't fucking get it. You have no idea what I'm thinking. And I want to say this too, because, talking to your parents, they only know like 2 sentences about you. They don't know the real you. You are in your mind 24/7, all the time, every hour of the day, every minute. Nobody knows the real you. And so if you're going through some shit and somebody has, just is trying to support you, and they go, oh yeah, I know how you're feeling. That sucks. It's like, no, you don't, dude. You have no idea how I'm feeling. You only know fucking 4 sentences about my life. And so that's probably the worst thing you could say. All you could say is, man, I don't know how the fuck you're feeling, but I bet it's pretty shitty right now. My best piece of advice for you is to get your mind off that. You have to focus your energy, effort, and time on something else. And that something else better damn well be making a better version of yourself. Because if you don't, your life's not going to change. And if your life doesn't change, you're going to stay depressed. And so that's kind of the concept I want to talk about. And also the fact that, back to the kind of being authentic version of yourself, if you don't be authentic, and I'm going to give an example here. If I wasn't authentic, if I didn't say if I didn't start asking those questions and try to get in these deeper conversations and start these meaningful conversations, I would have never been his friend. I would have never known who he was or what he's dealing with. And so over time of talking with him and getting to know him and actually becoming his friend, I understood I understood more about him, and now, we chat and we're friends. And so if you never actually show the truest version of yourself, you're just going to be hiding behind the personality that, you want to display in front of others. If you just show your true self, you will find more people like you. But if you never do, then you're never gonna. And so that's the part of it where it's like, stop faking who you are in front of your friends, in front of your family. Like, if you have 4 different personalities, you gotta drop all 4 and just cut your fucking friends off and your family off if necessary. Because you're never gonna find the people you want to be around if you just keep faking your personality. But if you become authentic and start to show your true colors and your true version of yourself, maybe somebody else is just like you and they were doing the same thing as you and they never knew you were like them because they never showed it and you never showed it. It's like, you never know who your friends are unless you try to talk about what you like and what your values are and get in these deep conversations. I love productive, deep conversations. I'll just say that. They're very meaningful, and it creates a deep, lasting relationship with the person you're talking with. And I just love talking about not only philosophies, ideologies, and what I believe in, but sort of helping people and getting their perspective and maybe changing my perspective. Another video I'll talk about beliefs, but just a quick overview of the idea of beliefs is, I think the things people believe in, they might not necessarily believe in because it's a belief from somebody else, but they will go to the depths of hell to defend it. Meaning, I find myself doing this a couple of times, and I don't want to get too off course about the video that I made and what I was talking about, but what I'll say is, say I'm trying to defend my friend, and I don't necessarily believe what he did, but I just want to defend him. I find myself explaining what he did to somebody else, and that other person's like, why'd he do that? And I find myself going, oh no, because of this, this, and this. And it's like, you don't have to defend him. It's not your obligation or responsibility. It's just the ideology of human psychology that we want to win the conversation. And we want to win, it's literally that. You just want to win. And whether it's an argument or a belief or whatever, you want to be right and you want to win. And so that's a whole other conversation. But be authentic, be a true version of yourself. And in doing that, you will find the people that you want to be around, and that's gonna dramatically impact your life, and overall you're gonna become a better version of yourself. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. See you in the next one.